It was like
no Clarence.
I'm back because the streets needed me. That's what I heard.
The streets
from last week. I was told that the streets needed me, so here I am.
I need people to stop gassing you. I don't know who's telling you that, but we were.
Me and Khadijah might have been better without you. I don't know.
Hey man, you know, greatness. If you're great, you don't have to say it. You feel me? So
you just said it.
Is what it is.
I
didn't say that. I just said the streets said they needed me. I didn't say I was great. I didn't say I was better. I just said the streets needed me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, brother.
That's it.
Whatever.
We back, y'all. And clearly Tyler's here. Yay.
Turn out.
He's back.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the No Clarence Podcast, man. I am your co-host, Tyler, here with the queen, Khadijah, host of Dare to Talk podcast. Y'all make sure y'all go tune in. And we got Jay in the building, the most light-skinned of all.
I'm not light-skinned. I'm sick of this
Yo.
slander. Just sick of this slander. Y'all been calling me the lightest light-skinned for too long. I mean,
but Jalen, we're in our season. We're in our prime right now.
Accept it, fam.
Yeah, just accept it.
So check this out. I was talking to my mama on Sunday, and she was like, when y'all gonna have a guest? I was like, this is so ironic. Because we got one on this week. I'll be there.
We do.
You feel me? So we're going to let Khadijah introduce our guest. Go ahead.
I guess I put this down.
This is one of my best friends. We've been best friends since sixth grade. He was actually, it's crazy because he was, you know how you go to a new school and they're like, okay, he's going to, this is going to be your buddy. And so he was my buddy when I first transferred to our middle school. Middle school. And they were like, hey, kind of show her the ropes. You didn't do well because I got suspended that year.
I was going to say, they did warn me. They said, she's coming from a rough background. She needs your guidance. I was very much like
she's part of the hood outreach program.
And we need you to outreach. Okay. Just reach out to her and try to bring her in.
But yeah, we've been best friends ever since. And it's so interesting. But he is a hairstylist. I mean, go ahead and tag yourself. Go ahead and promote.
So I guess they need to know my name, right?
Right.
They know all this information. Hello, I'm Divo, aka Divo Davinci. I'm a hairstylist here in Houston, Texas. Formerly from the East Coast, Boston, Massachusetts.
Travels if the money's right.
Travels if the money's right. Okay, so get your money right, and I'll come to you. I do the things. I do the transformations and stuff. So I get the girls looking right. But I'm excited to be here in Houston, Texas. I'm excited to be here on the podcast for the first time. So this is going to be new for me. This is my little debut on camera. So. Bear with me. To all the trolls out there, be kind. Because we're a virgin here, so we're trying things new. And I'm ready to talk about Beyonce because
honey,
it's the Renaissance. If you guys haven't heard,
yes, last year we talked about Beyonce, incredible episode. So it's always great to have a member of the Beehive when we have these moments, when incredible moments like this come. Divo, is that how you prefer?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
I know a lot of Beehive members that claim that they're Beehive, and today, Khadijah, I'd like to put that to the test. Before we get into Renaissance, I would like to put that to the test. I have a Beyonce trivia game.
Oh, he's a fuck. Right? Because he didn't say this. I'm about to see if this is in the fucking.
I'll be honest. I do. I'm sorry. I didn't say nothing. I do too.
To the test. Oh, he knew.
You knew?
I knew.
It's the setup.
Don't even worry about it. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's like, hop on his podcast.
Right.
It's three-way. Y'all on the same
talking about it.
That's cool. No, you're good. Because I'm going to come up with one for Wale. And don't worry, Jay, I'm going to have one for you.
Me. I wish you would.
Yeah, I'm going to find out some deep-rooted shit.
Now look.
Like what hospital was Wale born at? You good?
Can we talk about childhood traumas?
I ain't going to do nothing. I ain't going to do nothing crazy. But you know, I'm gonna start with Khadijah, if you don't mind. I
Go
just
ahead.
I'm only gonna ask one for both of y'all because we gotta get into the album. I'm just very curious. Khadijah, Beyonce made her big screen debut in what movie? We give you 4 options. Okay, you got Austin Powers, Goldmember, The Pink Panther, Zoolander, and Dreamgirls. She made her big screen debut in what movie?
Okay, so she did some hood movies.
I was about to say, I was definitely thinking
Yeah.
about
Can you say the
Fighting
options again?
Now, sadly, Fighting Temptations is not on there. So they kind of racist. But here's the options. Austin
I'm
Powers.
just saying, so I want y'all to know I know my stuff.
that.
Because somebody that didn't know that.
I know this. I know the answer.
Austin Powers.
Okay, go ahead. Say the options again.
Austin Powers and Goldmember. The Pink Panther. Zoolander. And Dreamgirls.
I'm going to go with the Austin Powers.
I'm going to go with that one too.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Don't play with me, play with your mother.
You are correct.
Because it was Pink Panther came after.
Because she did the song with Pink Panther. Right?
Okay.
I guess we better check up on it.
Yeah, there you go. That was that one.
Okay, now, Ro, it's your turn.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Why don't you ask me what's her social security? Child, I don't know.
All right. In what song does Beyonce sing, I swore I'd never fall again, but this don't even feel like falling?
But this don't,
Is it Halo?
I know. Oh my God, I'm going to have to sing the song. Hold on.
Is it Halo, Crazy in Love, All Night, or Broken Hearted Girl?
Oh, Halo. I just sang it in my head.
Yes.
You don't have another one?
You gotta give us some hardballs, bro.
Oh, you want some hardballs?
They guessed those too quick.
Oh, okay. Okay, Khadijah, I'm right back at you. Back at you. I'm sure this one might be a little tough. Okay. What is the name of Beyonce's all-female tour band? Is it Sugar Mama, Sweet Things, Parliament Funkadelic, or Heartbreakers?
Sugar Mamas.
Ooh, let's see. Yes.
Yeah, she calls them the mamas. Don't play with me.
You are correct.
This guy.
All right, Devo.
Damn, y'all so fans. I had no idea.
Okay.
Devo, we back at you. All right. This actually should be easy if we watch BET.
Like back in the day, BET? Like 106 and Park Days?
Ooh, talk about nigga network. That's like the T-Mobile of TV.
Not nigga network.
Okay. Who did Beyonce portray in the movie Cadillac Records?
If you don't get this
Cadillac
right,
Records. Is it Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, or Etta James?
I want to say Etta James.
okay.
Correct.
Look, you was going to
I was going to hit
That
him.
was
with
hard. Was he right?
He was correct. Correct.
I was hard one. I couldn't remember if it was Ella Fitzgerald or Etta James.
All right. Y'all certified.
Etta James had a horrible life. That's so sad.
She did.
She really did.
She did. Yeah, she was.
You got to say no to drugs, kids.
Yeah.
At the end of the
No to
day,
drugs, no to men.
you got to say no to drugs.
No to men.
And the white man will
And
lead
the
you to
white-
evil.
That was a tragedy, man. Tragedy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let's get
I mean,
into it.
honestly, a lot of them were.
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin, you guys see that movie with Jennifer Hudson?
No, I watched her
No,
Genius
they all
series.
have this is what I said before.
horrible.
Trauma is a little bit good.
You know, especially if you're a musician. You do create some
You
art.
need content.
But
My question is, why do all these R&B singers get beat by their boyfriends or husbands? Aretha Franklin.
I mean, there's a lot of
Tina
niggas
Turner?
that have beat they women. It's not just the R&B.
I mean, we could tap into it, right?
But, like,
Maybe
but why are
that
the
that
great
trauma,
ones?
that longing to be
why is it
loved.
the great ones?
It's definitely an ego trip. I feel like
Even
niggas
Mary
just
J.
be-
So, yeah.
It's an ego trip.
Hey, yeah, that nigga from Jodeci was fucking her shit up.
It's like, I'm going to tell you, like, everybody's telling you how good you are, but the person who loves you the most, supposed to love you the most, I'm going to, humble you by giving you a little slap or two. so that you know that you're not all that bitch. Okay?
Yeah, and
But
I'm
really,
sure like it probably does like make them feel good to be like, the world thinks you're this, but I can bring you down.
I can bring you down.
You know what I mean?
I have a lot of control over you.
Yeah.
Over this iconic person that everybody else praises.
Yes.
Bitch, I have the reins over the voice of Etta James or whoever Aretha Franklin or whatever.
Yeah.
Some deep shit.
It's great.
That's deep.
It took a dark
deep.
turn.
I couldn't imagine hitting a woman. I feel like that's really hard to do.
I could imagine hitting a man.
Yeah, but
I would love for people to not imagine hitting other people.
yeah.
That is great. That is
Jalen's like, I could never. I'm like, I could go. For sure.
I can see women hitting men.
yeah.
You well deserved sometimes.
I feel like if it's well deserved, I'm not just out here King Kong and random people.
Yeah. I mean, y'all see Christian and what's her face?
Hey, did you see Christiana and Blueface?
That whole relationship.
Is that the girl with the missing tooth?
Yes, missing tooth girl.
Missing tooth.
Mm-hmm.
She got his face tattooed on her throat.
On her neck.
No, she has the name on her body, the face on her neck. She has several tattoos about this man.
I mean, what's missing is a branding after that.
No, but I think it's all branding. But then he posted a video like, what do I have to do to get rid of you, essentially?
They have the most toxic relationship of all time.
They do.
The chick lost the tooth and use that for clout. How'd she do that? She looking
it's the way she took it out. You happy, Daddy? Like
nah, she got it knocked out in a
projectile.
Fight. She got it knocked out in a fight on his little reality show he had. He had a reality show on OnlyFans where I had a bunch of random women living in his house, and it was basically like G's, like the Monique show. Remember that Monique show, the Charm School?
Yeah,
he was doing
Charm
that.
School
He was
for
doing
girls,
that
yes.
for a bunch of Instagram hoes, and it was crazy. They was fighting all the time, and then that girl,
the chick has to be good.
Christian.
It has to clear.
It was crazy.
clear.
It was nuts. It was nuts. It was crazy. Like that chick knocked some girl out.
And you had to pay for that, I'm assuming?
Nah,
Yeah.
I didn't watch. I watched it on
know.
YouTube, but like people did pay to watch that.
That's a
People
good use
pay.
of
I
I mean,
OnlyFans.
I can
He's
find
making
better ways
money.
to use other people's funds if they want to, contact me
That chick's
and
nuts.
support some things.
She got knocked out on a fight in this show.
Wow, I am out of the loop. I had no idea about that. But it's okay.
It's a whole thing.
I'm
He
old
did it
ass
over
nigga.
the pandemic. It was like a thing
Um,
on YouTube.
well, let's get into some more, positive shit.
Positive. yes.
We want to uplift the community.
Let's talk Renaissance, man. A highly anticipated album from Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, a lot of, at least my wife, she's not used to anticipating a project. Like, this is probably one of the first times Beyonce gave it about 2, maybe a month.
The timeline.
Like 2 months.
Yeah.
A cool month.
Yeah.
Like 2 months.
Yeah.
She built this one up.
Yeah.
Divo, what was your thoughts on the album?
So the first time I heard this album, well, first, before I even go there, are we all in agreement that this is just part 1 of a 3-part project?
Yeah.
She did say Act 1.
Yeah.
So
Right, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. I saw a teaser somewhere where it said there's going to be multiple acts. So we're going to start there. When I first heard the song, I was like, okay, Act 2, Act 3, maybe that will, rope me in. But I think it took me a couple listens for me to really say I love the entire album. Because when I got to the first song, it starts off, these motherfuckers ain't stopping me. So I'm like, oh, get ready, get the wrists loose, get the arms, because we about to, it's about to be a situation.
We're quick with it,
That song
yes.
was hard.
But then it took a sharp left turn. And then she started singing and bringing in the vocals. And I was like, oh, I don't know. It went from this to, and I was just confused. I was very confused. So I went to the next song, and then we got Cozy, and then Cozy cozy up in my skin. I mean, there's nothing else to say really. But not to make my whole statement, too long. Overall, I can say I love the album. Not every single song is my favorite, but I think the more and more I listen to it and really just get into it, I think I can positively say I love this album, and there's very little anybody else can say to me that'll change my mind.
That's fair.
Got it. Good to know.
Khadijah.
What about you guys? Where were you guys on this stance?
Okay, you asking me?
Go ahead, Khadijah. I'm gonna let you.
Yeah, you had a strong opinion.
so-
You had a strong opinion when it dropped.
We gotta let the Houston
I'm gonna
folk
name
go
it.
first.
So, Period.
Yeah.
Love to see that. I'm going to be honest. So I had access to the tracks a little early.
She heard the leaks. Get her.
You listen to the leaks.
What?
And-
Definitely thanked her fans for dinner and waited until 12.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
So I listened to the leaks, but I was like, ooh, I started it and I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. One, because I don't feel like it's going to give it its authentic like sound and energy. Did make me feel like, so then whatever. I knew out of Break My Soul that this wasn't an album for me. Just naming that. It wasn't going to be like my best top 2 albums from Beyonce. But I did musically appreciate the alignment, the arrangements, the sampling, the vocals. I do want to name, like, I hear the hard work in the album. And I know that wasn't something that you could do. I mean, Beyonce could do it in one day, but she didn't. I think after listening to it multiple times, I have 4 tracks that I really love and appreciate. I think the whole album, I'm glad that I feel like the Letter Mafia has like, it's their time, right? I think oftentimes like everybody has their season and their like soundtrack to their life. And I'm glad that they're getting that respect. Finally, I feel like the ballroom's kind of like coming to mainstream, bro. And maybe you can attest to this or not, but I feel like you see it on certain shows, but now it's coming to the forefront where it's like a culture, like it's being brought out more so. But yeah, I think it's a good album. Not for me, not my favorite, but it's a good album.
Man, this comes from somebody who I'm not an avid Beyonce listener, right? I just caught on at Lemonade. I'm gonna be real.
Wow, just caught on.
Wow.
I'm gonna be real.
It's okay. To your defense, my roommate caught on Black is King. So
yeah,
talk about late.
I caught on at Lemonade. So I don't have a large sample size to compare. Like, oh man, like B-Day or whatever was better than this. So let me just say I really enjoyed the album. Once again, Beyonce
snaps.
Beyonce proves she doesn't have a genre. Like her genre is Beyonce. She literally had a song for now. For like every type of music she literally sang to. Like you heard pretty much Afrobeat, whatever. Everything was in there. You feel me? Church Girl has been stuck in my head for 3 days now. And I keep playing.
Oh my God.
That's a good song. That's a good song.
Because you go in expecting one thing and it's like, oh,
that's a really good song.
But it's just so true. God dang it. Anyway, I love it. I really think from Cozy all the way to Church Girl is just some of the best like synchronization of music. And then like the upbeat, it just don't stop. Like it's really a club. Like she was like, come in the club Renaissance and sweat for at least 4 or 5 straight songs.
Yes, hey, that's a good way to
come in the club Renaissance. And then shout out to her for showing some love to Jay-Z. The nigga deserves it.
I knew it was coming. I knew something was coming. Look, Mario, you was like, "Oh,
it must be your face."
I knew it was coming.
The nigga finally deserves to get some love. Like,
I think I said that a little too soon.
Shit's crazy.
I told you,
but I appreciated it. You know what I'm saying?
It must be your cash because it's not your face. That's what. Yeah.
Wow.
I got it back.
Wow.
So that was a shout out to him.
She was happy that the nigga.
Not your face, babe.
She was happy that he expressing himself emotionally now. Plastic off the sofa. You know what I'm saying? Great title for a song like that.
Such a good song.
I thought it was Plastic.
Great title for a song like that. And I love the production as well.
Yeah. Oh, off the sofa.
So yeah, I mean, look, overall, great album, man. I thought it was a good album. I thought it was good, man. I appreciate it. Jay,
I don't know why y'all made me go last. I don't got a long. I just thought it was another Beyonce album, in my opinion. She warned everybody and told everyone it was gonna be like this. So I just was like prepared. I was already prepared. It wasn't like when Drake dropped the House album and everyone was like, "What the hell is this? This is so out of nowhere." Like we knew. So like going into it, I knew what it was. I had an idea what it was gonna sound like, and it sounded like that, but like really, really good.
I might be
In my
mistaken.
opinion, like I thought it was really like the moments of it, but it sounded like a regular Beyonce. It wasn't that as much as like Drake's at first. I thought it was just another like they all sounded like Beyonce songs. If that makes sense.
I mean, they had her stamp on it for sure.
They had her stamp. I would say that. I wouldn't say it sounds like, to me, it doesn't really sound like a Beyonce album in a traditional sense. Like if you look at her, catalog of work, I feel like this is very much like, to me, very carefree and very fun. And like, I really just want everybody to have fun. Like just get loose on the dance floor. But like she said, I do hear like this Beyonce stamp, but it does sound a little, a little different.
As a casual fan, like I don't really listen to Beyonce albums all the way through. I listen to the songs they play everywhere. So like I don't really customarily listen. I give it like a listen. Every Beyonce album, a full listen. But like it's never it all sounds like just Beyonce to me. So
love her voice though.
Yeah, like it's not like a bad thing. Like I love Beyonce. I still love her, but like as a casual fan, I don't hear the differences of her, you know what I'm saying? Like of her music. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
I will say that this album really, it sounds like you guys have never been to a show. So, I mean, sorry for you.
I'm saving up.
But
Yes, I have.
I think when you go to her concerts, her transitions, even when she did On the Run with Jay, like the transitions are so tight and so like melting in. She was able to embody that in this album. Like, I don't know I'm on a new song unless I'm looking at the phone or I see
that was amazing. I haven't listened to an album like that in a long time. That like it just
I can't think of an album that the transitions were so just like
clean.
So clean and not it wasn't choppy.
Rich.
It was just like perfect, like Break Your Soul. I think I don't know the song before that, or is it's like Energy and something else, or Cuff It and Energy.
It was Cuff It, Energy. Cuff It to Energy was like, I couldn't even tell that we was on another song.
Yeah, it was just so, it was into each other, but it was like,
they were the same song.
I don't know. It was the whole thing. This episode is brought to you by Canva. Canva is a graphic design platform used to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, documents, and other visual content. The app includes templates for users to use to design whatever they want. For the free. The platform is free and free to use, but also offers a paid subscription, Canva Pro, which will unlock an even larger library of graphics, images, templates, and videos to add to your designs. So please tap the link in the description and get started. That's good. The transitions.
I thought it was the same song.
Yeah. Yeah.
What songs do you guys not care for so much on the album?
Oh, great question. Great question.
I like the
Virgo's Groove. How?
No,
you know I struggle with
Virgos.
Virgos.
Kind of cranky.
Unique.
It was the way. Come on, Tyler.
Okay, listen.
All up in your mind that didn't need to be there. I don't think it needed to be there.
No, it was. Yeah, I feel like that's a song that kind of blurbs into the
background a little bit. I can see there were some songs that I feel like did. And initially, when I first heard them, it was more background for me. But then, actually, when I like sat down and really, really gave it a full listen, that's when I was like, I can find the appreciation in a lot of these songs. Like Virgo's Groove to me, or Virgo's Mood, whatever that one is.
Groove, yeah.
That is like the vocals on that alone are stupid. No, not even just Virgo's Groove. When you go Plastic, was it Plastic Off the Sofa?
No, you're thinking of Plastic Off the Sofa.
Plastic Off
those
the
back
Sofa.
to back, it's so smooth.
Stupid.
They're both just smooth.
So smooth, yes.
I think I like Plastic Off the Sofa because it reminds me of that like ballad Beyonce. Like, hey, like I know this is like a dance album, but I'm gonna give you some vocals real quick, which I really love that. And it slows it down. It's like at the right time. It's like, hey, we just twerked our ass off in church, girl. Let's bring it down to a bass line. And then it continues to go into Virgo's Groove. I feel like after Plastic Off the Sofa, I'm kind of like chilling for a little bit until we get to Heated. That's when we start to spice it up again.
Everybody likes Heated. I have a friend who really, really likes Heated.
It's cool.
I don't care for it.
It's cool. I would be cool if it like
if I'd never heard it.
Yeah, I'd be cool. Like, not a stickler for that one.
Wouldn't faze me.
It'd be cool if I just never heard it.
Yeah, you know.
I feel you. Honestly, if this joint ended at Virgo's Groove, I'd have been like, yo, this is just a hell of an album.
Solid.
Damn, you saying if it ends halfway through,
I gotta stop you there.
I'm
Oh no, because then you're cutting off Thick.
You're cutting off
and Pure,
Honey.
That's fair.
And then the last song, Summer Renaissance, where she samples Donna Summers, like that is one of my favorite. First of all, go to any gay club on a Friday, Saturday night. Donna Summers, I Feel Love, or that's always gonna play, and it's always gonna be on. So for me, my gay ass, it touched me. You know,
no, but it was a good
like I was very much there in my car. So I had to definitely put my hands.
I'm not going to hold you. That definitely makes me feel like I'm tripping off acid. And I like it.
Take some drugs and just go
tripping off shrooms.
Take off my shirt and just.
It's like there's this episode in Family Guy where I think Stewie did drugs. It's literally that moment.
Oh, when he's like, where
Stewie's like fucking tripping
when he said
out.
he was at Coachella, he was feeling the vibe. He was sweating.
Yes, literally that vibe.
He was feeling himself.
Yeah.
I literally just want to have my Terry Crews and White Chicks moment to this album.
Yes. Oh
like
God,
just the beep, beep, beep.
Those sticks.
Like I just want to go in. This album really just makes you want to go have fun and dance.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man.
And that's what I think she wants. She just wants everyone. Like Drake really bit her shit before it came out.
Really?
But I heard he wrote Heat It, so he
Heat It,
kind of
he
knew what she was coming out.
But like the whole remember Tyler when he was like, "This is Drake saying, just get up and move and dance." That's probably what Beyonce was thinking the whole time.
You could have did a better job at telling.
So hold on. Now, how can we go to assume Drake stole it from Beyonce?
I didn't say stole. I said bit.
How you gonna assume Drake bit it from Beyonce?
Because
he wrote Heat It.
He wrote Heat It.
So that's what I'm saying.
So he was aware of the idea. Not just because Drake dropped first don't mean she got it from him.
If you drop first, you kind of get the credit.
No, if
fair.
Good point. But at the same time, we don't know what happened behind scenes. It could have been like Beyonce talked to Drake and was like, "Hey, I'm writing a song. You help me out with the song." Or they could have just been both in the same studio working on.
Drake definitely the type of nigga that would put the album together in a week. Wow, Beyonce probably been working on this for about
2 years.
2 years.
Well, she said she's been working on it for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Right?
She's been in the studio for some time.
So Drake probably, he could have been like, what, this Beyonce album will be fire. I gotta get on this wave, and then hopped on the wave.
So I didn't listen to the episode where you guys talked about Drake. I don't know if you guys talked about him already or yet, but how did you guys feel about that?
It's funny you say that because I was going to ask you. From what Khadijah told me,
you're going to ask me.
You had a take on there.
So when it first came out, right? So like me, when it comes to rap, like I don't partake. I like R&B. I'm a neo soul, like R&B, like give me vocals, give me that. Let me feel it in my soul.
Respect it.
Half the time I don't really know what they're saying in a rap song, so I can't even follow along. So that's a little bit
like
of a
presidential laugh.
You sound like a dad. How you know what they talking about?
It really just goes through one ear, comes out the other. If the beat's right, I'm a twerk, I'm a little something. But like other than that, it's really hard for me to follow along with the lyrics. But when it came to Drake's album, when I first heard it, I had quite the opposite reaction that everybody else had. Everybody else was probably like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? Yes! Like, this was like, he's speaking to me. This is my moment. But like, upon like listening to it again, like after you kind of get past like the beats and everything, I felt that the album was just like missing something. Like granted, I'm not coming at this like as a Drake fan. So like, I'm sure you guys can really attest to like, this is completely far left field from what he normally does. But I think just listening to the album, being a fan of the album, just like how just different and fun and free it is. Like for me, that's really where I come from with like a lot of things. It's like allowing people to just be free. Like I know a lot of comments on the album was like, this is not Drake. Why is he doing, why did he go down this lane? But it's just like, why not? Like, why couldn't he go down this lane? Why can't he just make an album where, hey, I was in the studio, I had these beats, I had these words, I put them together, bada boom, bada bang. Y'all not fucking with it, but like, I had fun. And I think to me, the album was just fun. But if you want to like really go into depth with it, it was kind of like monotone and just like, for what it was supposed to be, I feel like it could have been more. If you're trying to go down that route of like, dance and house and all that, I just felt like it was.
He was still playing it safe.
He was still playing it safe, and it was still very much like,
would you say,
I love you.
Would you say there was no passion behind it?
Well, Romario had a good point about.
While the beat's like boom, boom,
you said it was very like you said something about it was still
toxic,
you said
nigga.
something, and it was actually like, no, it was that, but it's like it was dance, and it was like, okay, so Romario, we were talking about like, okay, this is like a song for a certain group, but it was but still being a straight man's version of that.
Is that wrong?
Yes.
Is it okay to have a straight man?
No, it's not wrong, but it's like I think that's part of the like if you're gonna do it, babe, then.
But I
Go for
feel
it.
like,
but I mean, like
feel
you know,
like
it's
us
not.
niggas needed a straight man version of it, at least to like it's like dipping your
Introduce
toe in
us
the
to
water
it.
before
You know,
I jump in the pool.
Baby steps.
Okay,
Just, have a little dick. Don't be afraid to like
I just need to move my
bit when you're in the
shoulders
club. Like, it's
because
okay.
I love the first half of this album. I love the whole like 1 through 7 up until I'm forgetting the name of it, but pretty much the whole half. Everything after your pussy's calling my name. Everything after
that's
that,
me
I'm
Tyler's
like,
favorite.
it's okay.
It's gonna be on
but
repeat.
I love the production because I personally don't feel like it's all ballroom. Everybody's saying it's a whole like the whole album is that, but I hear a lot of different beats. And then Tex Go Green is one of my favorites. I still listen to that crazy. It's just, and it's still some toxic nigga Drake. That's all I needed is the lyrics to be.
Tyler's a
I needed
toxic
the
nigga.
liability.
He identifies. Yeah.
I am a married man.
Doesn't mean you're not toxic.
What are we talking about?
I'm a man that's
I am
married.
fully committed to one woman, a black woman.
No, you are. But that doesn't mean you're not toxic. You still have that toxic trait, that energy, that chromosome still
But yeah,
carries
that
you.
energy is necessary when I'm listening to Drake. Like, yeah, I'm that nigga, and all these other women who left me, they are going down the wrong path. That's how I feel when I listen to Drake, and that's what I got. You know what I'm saying? But some of the songs, a lot of the songs on the second half were not necessary except for the last two.
Would you say there was no passion to it? Like it's
That's
to the Drake
to
joint.
me. I think
the Drake's album.
To me, yes, and the reason why I kind of agree with that statement is just because, again, I just feel like yes, the songs were good and the beats were dope. I just felt like it was just missing something. Like where it came when it came to like Beyonce's album. It was like
passion.
She put everything under the sun in an album. Like she's going to give you the instrumentals, the transitions, the vocals, she's just going to give it all. Where Drake's album was just still like, I was waiting for that moment where on each song I was waiting for the moment where it was just like, and now here we are. Like
there was no hit.
That's a good.
Whereas
that's
at first
actually
I was just
something
listening.
good. Yeah,
it was just literally the same thing. Like after, for example, Sticky, love that song, but then after like the first 30 seconds, I'm like, and I'm over it.
Yeah.
And
there was no there was no pop. There wasn't a grand finale.
I was waiting for it to at one point to the fireworks, and he let me down.
That's the big difference I heard between the two albums. Is like Beyonce's, like you said, was just felt like she cared. You know what I'm saying? Instead, she was trying. It doesn't like Beyonce was trying to hop on a trend. I felt like the Drake sound like he was trying to hop on the.
That's a good way to think of it.
Beyonce's was like, nah, I was in this life for 3 years working on this.
Really,
and I think you can tell down to her sampling.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Like she's being very particular about who she's sampling from and how she's using that sampling. How is she intertwining that with the music, but also not making it so like bubblegum, like copy and paste. Like you said, like she still had her sound influence with that kind of like those samples. I do want to say this Beyonce's album is quite controversial though.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, there's a lot of people popping.
A lot of people
saying some stuff.
A lot of hating. Yeah.
So now Monica Lewinsky is coming and saying like, "Hey, I didn't like that shit you said on Partition." Monica Lewinsky all over my gown.
That was 6 years ago,
baby. It was 6 years, but this is what I'm saying. Like when you allow
and
one
that's a
person,
sexy ass lyric. Monica Lewinsky on my gown.
And my thing is for Beyonce to say that in
a
song, she put you on, baby.
Mama.
Yeah,
exactly. She put you back to the top. Nobody was thinking about you, Mama.
You heard about that lady? That lady was like, "Oh, why is there 24 writers on one song?" You heard about that?
She could suck a dick
Diane
too.
Warren or something like that.
I don't even know who that is.
My thing is Beyonce. People don't think about this. Beyonce credits everybody. Like if you contributed a word, a phrase, a line, you're getting
get credit.
recognition. And you got to think about what that means on a Beyonce album. Right. If you are getting credit on that track and that track does really well, she's basically making sure you get a cut.
And then also listen to the songs. Like the song is not, each song is not just like a simple song. Like all these different breaks and stuff. Like it sounded like she had there was a lot of work that literally went into each and every track.
That's not no one person job. And you got to think about it. She's tapping into people that are aware in this genre. Right. Like this is not a genre she's familiar with. So of course she has to rub elbows and have people, okay, actually this is not the cadence you use for a song like this. Use that. I don't see the problem with that. She was reaching and the beehive stung her and she came back and was like, no, I wasn't saying it like a bad thing. Yes, you were. You tried it.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Well, this whole situation with, I guess you guys know more about the music industry. I don't know like how, knowledgeable you guys
he's
are.
making us sound.
But when it came to like Khalees, because I know the whole situation with Khalees, how
I didn't know about her.
She went on a rant, pretty much talking about how they sampled her and they didn't give her any credit. So, but then, to my understanding, she doesn't own the rights.
She doesn't have writing credit. She's a performer, but Pharrell owns it. So Pharrell, and that's the other thing too is like you got to own your shit.
What am I crediting you for then?
You can't be credited if you don't own your shit.
She probably was tight because she wasn't at the table or the discussion. But then she went on to say that Pharrell's like being petty with her or some shit like that. My thing is,
everyone's blaming.
I just feel like a lot of people want a piece of the pie, and if you're not at the table, you're upset.
Why is everyone
blaming?
Because Pharrell and Beyonce work very closely, like in almost a lot of her latest projects. And so I think with Khalees, it's more so like you got to think about it. Khalees hasn't been in the music industry for a hot minute, and I think that's by choice. Like I need people to also understand Khalees got busy. Like she definitely has some bangers out there.
She's living on her farm and enjoying her best life right now.
Creating wine,
okay,
growing grapes. But I really need people to understand like Khalees got busy in the music. Like she's not just like a one-hit wonder. Right. Like her bodies of work is not the same magnitude as Beyonce, but she's up there. But I do not understand why she's upset if you're not accredited.
Also, I don't understand why people get upset about these samples. You really think these people are like know whose song is what song? They just probably send in their producer like, oh, can you get this sample? And then it's all through the record company. So every time an artist samples,
I'm saying who's responsible for that? To get the permission.
It depends.
So it would be the producers because the producers are making the beat and they are the ones that have to get.
I can't blame nobody for being upset.
Because if you sample a beat like he sampled Khalees, he probably didn't have an axe permission because that was his shit. So that was a beat he made.
You should have had a conversation with him a while ago about the ownership of your,
But that's what I'm saying. People don't think about. But you also, I'm sure Khalees didn't think like people would sample her. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Like I feel like there's a lot more sampling of like older stuff.
Isn't there a song out right now that samples milkshakes?
I'm sure there is.
Probably.
I feel like there's a song right now that samples milkshakes.
I think it's Beyonce and people just like, hey, it's my time.
Starting to be a trend. Right. A lot of music in art when we was younger, that's starting to be sampled, especially the R&B of the 2000s and stuff like that. Of course, Drake is like major for doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, even though she ain't had a business together, it's like if you put in work on making that song, it's just like I'd say something too. Shit, like even if I ain't get the money, be like, "Hey, my nigga."
I'm not saying she has no right, but what I'm saying is you gotta make sure that you're getting accredited everything that you need to be accredited.
I feel like she was calling out Beyonce. Like if you're talking about female empowerment,
my thing is like
talking about we're supposed to stick together. That's all. If I'll be about it. Okay, I don't just say it. I'll be about it. And you just talking about all these songs, and I'm just like, oh my God, all these emotions. The song you don't own.
It's a lot.
But hey, I don't know much about the music. Like, I'm not going to say like she doesn't. Like, if I were in that situation and it was my voice and my sample, my song being that I literally just performed it, would I feel some sort of, would I wanted some form of recognition? Absolutely. But like in the world of business, if I don't own that,
Yeah,
I'm just asking. I think I'm asking permission for formality at that point. Like,
and
if I use a song, I already have it, but it's okay.
No, but at that point too, it's like it's not your decision, and I think it comes down to like who are the stakeholders in that track. It's not you. Your name's not. You're performing it. I'm not asking you to hop on here and perform. Now that's a different conversation. If Beyonce was to perform this track, right, and she was to have Khalees come out, and cool, that's what's up. But it's not like Beyonce is simply just playing Milkshake your version
Right.
and
Who
performing it
knows?
out. That would be different. Then I'd be
What
like,
if
okay.
she got a phone call when Beyonce go on tour? It's like, hey, you try and come out when I'm this.
But now you fucked that.
up
See,
your
people
bag.
be fumbling bags they don't
Fucking
even
up
know
a
about.
bag. What if that was her plan the whole time to hit her up?
Because I assure you, you brought
Khalees
Khalees
ain't
out.
doing nothing.
Khalees, your shit would have skyrocketed because now there's a whole bunch of Beyonce.
Everybody's
Khalees ain't
going
doing
after
nothing.
Khalees. Everybody.
She just chilling at her farm, like y'all said, making wine. She ain't doing nothing.
Oh,
But also, like, her husband just
Oh, that's
passed.
sad. Oh,
Mhm.
God. R.I.P. Goodness gracious. I take it back what I said.
Question.
Take it.
Are we okay
Hope the wine's lovely.
with the Beyonce pretty much seems on the same subject now for like the past couple projects. Are we good with the women empowerment every time she comes out, or is this like will you
Yeah,
ever get,
pussy power.
is that something you could get tired of?
I mean, Meg Thee Stallion talks about how she knows how to ride a dick and she expects somebody to fuck her the right way, or else he's going to be gone in almost every single song. So it's like,
I'm just asking.
what about the Chief Keefs and all of them? And the
Always talking about
little
robins and shootings, and that's why you got a RICO case, Chiefy.
Everybody
right?
got their lane.
got
Everybody got their
Rico
lane.
Respect it. I was
I wouldn't be surprised. I think that nigga's locked up. Chief Keef?
No,
Nah,
he's not.
nah,
He's
chilling.
fine. He's chilling.
Yeah, he chilling.
Surprise, surprise. And he's been mighty quiet. He knows what to do. He got the bread. Mind
So,
you.
Khadijah, you said you had 4 favorites.
Yes.
What were they? I don't know if you said them or not.
In no particular order. Plastic off the sofa. It reminds me of kind of like I said, I love Beyonce's ballads. Like they're just bomb. I love Cozy. Cozy is like, it just makes me feel good inside. Church Girl, because behind every church girl, there's a little ratchet. And Cuff It. I like Cuff It because I think that summarizes my love life.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Why does that summarize your love life?
I feel like, I think Cuff It is more so like, she talks about wanting to be loved, being loved. I'm waiting for that second half.
Okay.
Right. We feel like falling in love. It just
I
hasn't
feel like
happened.
falling in love.
Yeah.
And it's a good
I'm in the mood
happy
to fuck
song.
some shit up, but
In the mood to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
24/7. all the time.
Interesting. Interesting. Plastic off the sofa. What's your takes? I love the song. It's very interesting how, of course, she don't talk about the way this nigga look. She just talk about like the way he's emotionally available.
Because he's hit.
He's handsome.
He's hit.
Everybody else thinks.
And then
I
the
think
shit on
Jay-Z's-
his head. Can we
Jay-Z's
fucking talk
got
about
I
it?
appreciate
What's
that.
up top?
I appreciate
is,
that he does that because I feel like it's intentional. Because he's like, listen, I'm a black billionaire, and y'all gonna accept me with my dreadlocks versus coming in, you having to be this clean cut with your suit and all that stuff. He's like, no, I'm
That's
gonna come
a
in my
fact.
suit. I'm gonna come dressed, but you're gonna also see me in my natural.
He shows up to meetings.
naturally
he
locked
goes to
hair.
meetings, like $1 billion meetings in sweatsuits.
with other billionaires. Like this is
I
c'est
can't.
moi.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I can't.
That's a fact.
Beyonce once said she likes the low cut Caesar, so I don't know.
She that's
I'll
true.
be
She did say
honest,
that.
I think he need to cut that shit off his head.
Yeah, it's
nothing-
I mean, I never said I like it.
I respect it.
you get it.
I just
Oh,
get
respect
it. You know?
I
respect
exactly
it.
this. All right. I get it too.
It's commitment. I hope he sleeps with a bonnet.
How big of a bonnet?
Bonnets get big.
There's Jumbo.
They that big?
Bonnets get big.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta get a jumbo one. I'm gonna get braids this weekend.
Ooh, okay.
Gotta give me a jumbo bunny.
What kind of hair you? What kind of hair you buy? You do it at Jamaican?
The braided hair, I'm gonna get it down to my thighs. I want something that's, I
Don't
need
hit
hair
a
to
nigga
swing.
with those. I got slapped by some braids one time.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Hey, I just think that's the
hurts.
rudest
It
shit
hurts.
ever. Like for you to
It's
not be
not-
aware of like
yeah.
your braids.
It
Yeah.
hurts.
Them Jones, it's
Jada's
like
done that
whips.
to me. What do you
Personal
mean?
space.
It's like whips.
Jada's
Huh?
done that to me numerous times.
I believe it.
Not even thinking.
Yeah, but you're Jalen. It's
It
fine.
hurts.
You're not a
Feels like I'm
stranger.
whipped.
I mean, hey, spice up the bedroom. We gonna fuck out tonight.
It's the transition.
Catch your lights. Listen, get into it.
Find your nose.
That's hilarious, show. That's hilarious. Let me just say, man, I know I keep talking about it, but Church Girl really touched my soul. For one, I love the gospel
Why?
sample. I don't know who is sampled, but I just love a good choir sample. That's number one. Number two, it just speaks so much on like the pressures of a church girl. Like, yo, they really get judged the most. So it's like church girls be expected to do, first of all, a nigga in church could wear really anything you want, right? Church girls covered from head to toe in all types of craziness. And she's just like, yo, when it's finally your turn to like go out and do your thing, you need to let that shit loose. Fuck everybody around you. Just fuck it. And I respect it. I felt the spirit.
I feel like a lot of people can relate. Like, I'm sure, we all grew up in church in various forms. Me, I was damn near kept at the church. So I can definitely understand. When I heard that song and I was listening to the lyrics, I was like, this is literally for all the girls the church girls out there who really like had to.
It's so much pressure.
Live up to that standard or live up to this image. And it's just like, knowing damn well on Saturday night, I really just want to shake my ass. I really do. I just want to let loose and be free.
And not be judged about it. I think that's the thing. I think it's like church girl just is like, release the judgment. Don't worry about what they think or say. Like, live your life. Like, girl, live your truth.
Yes.
If you're not a harlot, it's okay.
Yeah, enjoy the brunch.
Enjoy the brunch.
Mimosa.
Mimosa. Eat a waffle.
Did she say... What do you think she meant by Renaissance? Like, what is she trying to?
Well, Renaissance means, isn't it like a change, like this, like new awakening of something?
So, what are we awakening?
Right? I'm just thinking historically.
Yeah.
Bachelor's in history.
Plug that in.
You're teaching math. I just want you to know.
I'm teaching math, but my degree is in history.
We're going to use it. Like, I know there's been a lot of talk when it comes to this album and even with Drake's album, like the whole, just like it's catering to the LGBT community. And I don't want to say it's only catering to, like, there's people of all, walks of life that enjoy house music and they just want to dance and shake their ass. And I really think, I think for me, when it comes to this whole Renaissance thing, I like, there is a change culturally when it comes to, LGBTQ issues and how it's, becoming a lot more mainstream and a lot more accepted, and not in the way of like, oh, this is the gay agenda. It's just we're no longer staying in the closet and no longer like living this, hiding. And the idea of having to hide and no longer wanting to hide is happening at a younger age. And where people think it's like these adults influencing these young kids. And it's like, no, it's these young kids saying, I don't have to hide anymore. Like that was y'all generation. Yeah. That was y'all had to hide. And, for me personally, I had to wait until I became an adult to really be able to be free and live my life, because that's just when I realized that, like, okay, fuck the world, but like as a child, that wasn't something that I could say. Like I had to try to assimilate myself as much as possible into, heteronormative society. So for this, like this summer Renaissance, like one of the songs she has, she literally reads out the entire, like, the new gay flag, pretty much, that has all the different colors.
All the different colors.
And she literally says every single color. And I was like, wow, that's like, at least that's to me, that's what I took it.
Yeah.
But like literally every single color.
Make that a sound, Jalen. Snip that out.
Every single color, like she had something for it. So I think this whole summer Renaissance thing is like, this Renaissance is like literally a cultural Renaissance. It's like, let these people be free. These people who
I think that's
had to hide and just, were the outcasts of society. It's like, you don't have to be an outcast anymore. At least that's how I took it. Like, this is just I
can see that. It's like, I think in the
we're
past,
here and we're queer.
It's like them and us. And now it's just like, Beyonce's like, hey, it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Which is what I wish people would kind of grasp and understand. It's like,
what did J. Cole say? Who you fuck doesn't make me come. What you eat doesn't make me shit. Right?
Yeah. Who you fuck don't make me come.
I live by that.
Don't make me shit.
No, but wholeheartedly though. Like, what you doing got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
If I don't like it, guess what? I ain't got to subscribe.
That's all you gotta live by. That's all you gotta live by. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
That's literally the best way to think about it. It's like, what happens in your shit is
just
not
me and mine.
It's not over here.
That's all I care about is me and mine.
Yeah, heavy on me and mine. Well,
how did you guys interpret the idea of Renaissance? Like, after listening to the album, like, what message did you feel like you got out of it, if anything?
Jay, would you like to? Responder.
Yeah, Jalen, get on the mic.
I'm just listening.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I definitely feel like this was a album of.
Jalen lost weight.
No, I didn't.
No, you look thinner. It's the camera.
You got a good camera though. I need that camera.
Clearly, and me too. Because
Damn, we ain't shit. The mic on.
It's
I'm gonna let you go, Tyler.
It's okay.
I thought this was an album of just, I thought Renaissance was more like, being more confident. Confidence in yourself, confidence in who you are.
I can see that.
The whole album was more just about like reminding you that you are one of a kind and you need to be okay with that. You got to be like confident in that. You know what I'm saying? Like going, like even that whole streak from Cozy to Church Girl, I felt like it was just all about like, yo, once you're comfortable with yourself, bring that energy like you that nigga. Well, from a nigga standpoint, right? Once you're confident in yourself, bring that energy like you that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Go have, go get you some coochie and then get on the dance floor. You feel me? That's it.
And take it to the dance floor. Be free.
The table with the first song. Like the first song basically summed up, like it set the table of like what this was gonna be the whole time.
These motherfuckers
exactly.
ain't stopping me.
Even from beginning to end, that's literally what like the album was. It's like I'm just do my shit.
Yeah.
Was it in Heated that she said on Monday I'm overrated, on Tuesday on my dick? Like, yeah, I feel like it's y'all gonna be obsessed with me regardless. I'm just gonna live my life.
But I think Cardi did. We recently talked about how Cardi's album Invasion of Privacy ranked like in music in general, and some people were upset about like her ranking and the number she got. Because they felt like, it wasn't deserved, or whatever the case may be.
They didn't think her album was
she
was it ranked high?
So it was ranked
15 out of the top 200 rap albums. Rolling Stones did a list, top 200 rap albums, and she got like 16, I think, or like 14.
I think she was over Illmatic.
Existence, or in like the
just like
existence. They got 16.
And she got like 16.
But
14
like I named too, it's the numbers. She did really phenomenal numbers, and that album was actually really good. For a female rapper outside of Nicki,
that's true.
To like, you know what I mean?
Every song was kind of unskippable.
Right. And I think like she named like people don't enjoy music anymore. Right. People click play, they hear 30 seconds and they're like, oh, this is trash. Right. So she was like, you can't do music for those people. You got to do music that you feel good about and love. So I'm a firm believer that. I think there was an interview too that Tyler, the Creator, did. And Tyler was just like, there's a lot of motherfuckers that are out here putting teasers.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of just putting shit out. Put it out. If that's the shit you fuck with, put it out. People fuck with it.
This episode is brought to you by the good people at No Clearance. All right, go to noclearancepod.com/shop. We have merchandise for you to wear. Please support the brand. Okay, we got our new clearance collection. All right, with the Defy the Trends, Be the Standard shirts, as well as the No Clearance shirt and the Superior No Clearance shirt with the dad hats. Dad hats are selling big. Okay, so please make sure you go to noclearancepod.com/shop. Buy you some merch to support the podcast so we can get bigger and better every week. Thank you. Back to the show.
Snippets of the song. Cool. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, they'll put snippets, and it's like you trying to get a pulse check on if they fucking with it or not. Harlow. And it's like, no, just put it out.
But then,
taking a shot at Jack Harlow.
In that same breath, can you, as a musician who's like signed to a label, isn't the whole point then to like make music for the purpose of making money? I mean, not for the musician, but like for the label standpoint, like I need you to make money. Like for example, Chloe Bailey, where the fuck's her album? So it's like,
I know.
I mean, I was told that it's I mean, whatever it's because like she's not
like her getting penetrated.
Where the hell is she when it comes to the Beyonce projects? I'm waiting on the Beyonce Chloe Halle feature, or one of the two.
I'm waiting.
I'm surprised neither of them were in this.
Wait, it's still a 3.
some of the songs honestly gave me Chloe and Halle. Like when it was
like their vocals.
Their vocals, I was like, I could absolutely hear. It was not even just the vocals, but the style of music, the style of the song. I was like, I could absolutely hear Chloe
because of their arrangements that they usually do. Yeah, that's so true.
It would have been so dope. But I agree. Where is that?
I think it's gonna come. It's a 3-part project. It's got to be in one of the other 2 parts. We don't know.
True.
Okay, so this one, what are the elements of music? So this one was dance, we could say, right? Alternative dance. Hopefully the next one's like R&B. I just really need an album of ballads from Beyonce.
I want Beyonce to sing the house down.
Like she can, if you Google like Beyonce in the studio, just rock it. She did that whole shit straight through.
Rocket, boy.
Oh, really?
Beyonce,
she did.
I want to thank
if
you.
You can YouTube it. And like Justin Timberlake and
I saw, yes, I did see that clip.
And Timberland were like, "Yo, you're fucking sick.
You're wild."
Beyonce, you are.
Her vocals are. I just need an album with just her vocal so amazing. And I love that she's tapping into her lower register.
Listen,
you do not need to be in your head voice all the time. That's so unnecessary. Nobody, you know what I mean? It's not real.
What does that mean?
Please. So head voice is like that high pitched singing.
Like Crazy in Love Days, Beyonce was singing at a much higher octave.
Crazy in Love is like very high.
After she got
when
married,
she's doing that run, the O at the end, and she's dipping low, that low register. I'm trying to think of a song off Lemonade where she was in her low
All
register.
Night Long?
Love Drought, that's a low register.
I love how she's able to
basically where she's in her natural talking voice. I like
how she's able to just go up and down like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And
her riffs on this album.
That's the thing when it comes to Beyonce and like why I love and appreciate her so much is that like it's not because I'm like some crazed fan and she can do no wrong. And I mean, yes, all those things are true. But why I love her is just like you can't deny the talent that is this woman.
Her craft.
Like you can't listen to a song and say, okay, take away her poppy song, take away that. Like, when you give her a good ballad, like when she really puts her all into this, like a song, like you can't deny the talent that is this woman's voice, her vocals, what she's saying. Like, I don't get the hate. I really don't understand why people can't not like something without also having to like shit on it. Like you cannot like the album and just not like the album. You don't have to be like, oh, she's overrated and blah, 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 blah. I mean, granted, that's your opinion, but like overrated to you. Like that's your
opinions go. Yes. Like if you're gonna say you don't like something, that's gonna be their reason. They're gonna say something negative.
Yeah, like sports analogy. Beyonce like the Lakers, or like she was like the Lakers in like 03, or like she's like the Patriots. Like
everyone hates the
she kind of like the Patriots. Like you expect them to do good every season, and it's like, when they finally, start to, they looking rough. It's like, finally, thank God.
This is what we've been saying. They're shit. This is what I've been saying this whole time. They suck at football. It's like, whoa, but they definitely won a lot of rings if you want to count them.
Exactly.
You want to count the rings?
Haters go hate.
He had quite a lot.
But she is totally a master of her craft. Like there's no doubt about it. You could tell she had to put the work in, and it's amazing.
I just always get impressed every time I hear something new from her, because I'm like, damn,
she doesn't have to.
Yeah,
that's the thing about it.
She doesn't have to be this good.
She doesn't have to.
Like she could drop.
She could just take care of her kids at this point.
Yeah, she don't have to like put that much dedication.
She could, but J-Lo's out here at 50 looking amazing and over here still torn. So Beyonce can't let J-Lo outperform her.
Okay, can I say something that may be controversial?
What?
So this, I love Beyonce. Like,
gotta set it up.
Beyonce. but this is my thing. I feel like Beyonce can't stop because she hasn't found her niche.
Beyonce hasn't found her niche?
Rihanna, let me.
I think I know where you're going.
No, that was me repeating what you were saying to make sure I was listening.
Yeah. I don't think she's. But let me explain. Okay. So I don't think Beyonce has found like her niche or like something that's tangible outside of music. I think prime example, I use Rihanna. Rihanna she started off with makeup. Then that makeup has led to skincare. The skincare has led to like perfumes or whatever. Like she has that outside of
Now she
music
got
avenue.
lingerie.
Beyonce has attempted to do that with House of Darion, right? I believe
Derriere.
Darion.
Yeah.
And tried it, and it did. For some reason, it flopped. I think Beyonce needs to find something that, and she doesn't have to. Like, she makes crazy bread.
I mean, she has Ivy Park.
She has Ivy Park, but I think
still not like.
But it's not like on vintage.
It don't feel like it's
Beyonce's.
like
I think
it doesn't feel like it's just Beyonce.
That's what I'm saying. Like Fenty
it's still
shit
much
is
Fenty
Fenty.
has its own stance.
Yeah, I think I'm waiting for her to kind of stamp something where it's like, oh, that's Beyonce outside of her music. She's done that with her music, but I think she can't stop the music until she stamps Beyonce outside of the music.
Act.
Do you feel what I'm saying?
To me, Beyonce is Diana Ross. Yeah. You know, like Diana Ross
is she can't act, so you know.
Get your prophylactics and your shaving kit and go to hell. But I suggest the Four Seasons.
So you say
that was iconic.
Beyonce can act? Beyonce cannot act.
No, she can't. No, it's.
I just like that one part.
I think we all have to agree that, like, you know, even your diehard Beyonce fan, you have to acknowledge.
But I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
If she drops a movie tonight, I'm watching it. I saw Lion King. I knew that shit was gonna be horrible. Yeah. But I watched it.
She said, "Come on, ladies." I literally thought like Beyonce and Lion King was like Beyonce on stage. She's like, "All right, you ready? Let's go." Like I was very.
She can't even voice it.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
She can't even.
Come on now.
Is it fair to say Rihanna does that better than Beyonce too?
Rihanna can't act either.
Rihanna was the voiceover for Moana.
I haven't seen her in a lot of movies.
I'm trying to think of Rihanna does more so like show appearance. Like she was in Bates Hotel.
She did Moana. She was a voiceover.
She had the
she had that movie with the ocean, the alien thing.
Yep.
I wanted to watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
She was in
Battlefield. I saw it.
Ocean's 13 as a hacker.
Ocean's 8.
Yeah, with the woman.
It was cute. Ocean's 13, but I feel like she was kind of playing
a hacker
Rihanna
in the movie.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
very,
this is my thing. Is like I feel like I don't know if there's one musician I could say acting wise, not horrible.
Mary J.
T.I., but I also think now I'm thinking like T.I.'s playing.
Shout
T.I.
out to Joey Badass. He won an Oscar.
He's a good one.
Hey, he does
Check
so well
out
on
his
Grownish.
2000 album. Great album.
Forgetting
Joey Badass.
He
Queen Latifah.
He did a short.
The greatest actress of all time, Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
Oh,
she's got an Oscar.
Yeah, I got my name because of Queen Latifah.
Common can't act either. Common can't act.
Oh, Common. What movie was that?
Common has an Emmy, an Oscar, a
John
Grammy.
Wick. I was like, Common.
Everybody got an Emmy. He ain't got no Oscar.
Yes,
Common
he does.
ain't got no Oscar.
Common
for
has
acting.
an Oscar
For music,
not for acting.
Not for nobody's acting.
Not for acting. I think it's for the song.
Not for nobody's acting.
I'll just try to make my point.
First, there's Jennifer Hudson. She's
I think she's good in biopics.
Yeah, she's
got it.
Do you know what I mean? When she's portraying
I couldn't see her in like
a musician, she's good.
Does it all.
Yeah, Queen Latifah gets
got
busy.
an Oscar.
J-Lo?
You think she can?
Can act?
She got good.
Jennifer Lopez hit the fuck up out of Selena though.
I believe that was her. I believe that was Selena.
She not Puerto Rican. but the girl who played is Puerto Rican.
She's Puerto Rican.
She started out
playing
strong.
Mexican. They do that sometimes, you know.
But that was her strongest role.
Too fast.
But even in then, J-Lo had an era.
She did.
Though.
She definitely.
I don't think there's a singer that has an era.
I watched a documentary on Netflix, and like I can.
She had Made in Manhattan.
Made in Manhattan.
What's that movie with Cardi?
Monster-in-Law. Monster-in-Law.
Was a good one.
There was another one.
Made in Manhattan. Enough
was a good movie. That was a good movie.
Enough was a great one. Enough was.
But this was all in the span of like in the
years.
same timeline. So J-Lo had her time.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think Beyonce's had like.
It's because Beyonce can't act.
As far as acting,
like she's bad at acting.
Go ahead, Tyler. Say some shit.
I mean, I feel like maybe she should stick to the music, but just like I think what she's done with Chloe and Halle so far is good. I think maybe artist development may be her thing.
Yeah, she could stick in that. Mm-hmm.
I would love to be mentored by Beyonce if I was a musician.
Can you imagine? That's how I should brush my teeth.
Halle about to be the new Little Mermaid. If that. If
I
that movie
cannot
ever
wait
comes out.
for that.
Hey, that Disney money.
I hope them little.
She had to drop Chloe. She's like, "Hey, you
I'm
fucking up my bag.
Right.
You could do this raunchy shit, but I'm gonna have to,
Right. I'm gonna stick with that pure and innocent. That's who I am.
Under the sea.
Whenever that comes out, I don't know when that
Yeah,
comes out.
Chloe's on her own.
But when is that
It's-
shit coming out?
it's
We've been talking
filming.
about this for
It's filming.
years.
Hey man,
I think
let them take their time with that.
I thought they were done filming.
I don't know. It's one of those movies that's gonna. If they're done filming, that's one of those movies gonna take a long time because they gotta do all the visual effects. If it's
Like
gonna be
really,
underwater,
I know you got to make
please
Little
let
Mermaid
them
right.
take their time with that, especially with Halle being.
They're already. People are already mad that it's a black girl who's playing Ariel.
But
so.
hey, black girls look so good with red hair though.
I'm saying.
That it just melts.
First of all,
my
y'all are
head.
mad because this is a fish. Y'all are mad at a fish.
I don't think.
At an imaginary person. This is a fish. Okay. Like she could have been
Who said
purple.
the fish
for
was a
all we
white
know.
woman?
Yeah.
Who said it? Like
So I heard this controversy about like mermaids being black people.
oh.
Like
I mean,
black
I'm
people
not
were the
surprised 'cause
original
we're amazing.
mermaids because they were like spiritually. I'm like spiritually inclined, and so they were saying like before the slaves jumped off the ship, basically they were like they prayed, they gave themselves to like God or the spirit, and went in the water, and then the gift was
The only way we was gonna figure out how to swim.
Yeah.
They say I think they say the same thing about like
Unless
the
you
Aztecs
Khadijah
and the
can swim.
Mayans.
Good point.
Like like the
I get busy. What?
they said.
Oh, I could save myself for like 30 seconds. After that, I'm
No,
down.
so our goal is to get Tyler to.
I'm gonna take swimming
I'm giving
lessons.
him like
I'm gonna do it.
I need him to like
Oh,
learn
that'd
how
be
to
cute.
swim.
You could if you guys do decide to ever have children, it could be like, a daddy and daughter, daddy and son swimming lessons. That'd be so cute.
No, he needs to learn before then.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, preferably
You gotta
because
save-
you
you
can
gotta
save
save
them
them
just in
for
case
your
anything
life.
goes wrong. But I mean, babies
Both
come out
y'all
the womb
motherfuckers gonna
swimming.
drown and gasping
The
for
baby
air. It's
learn how
like-
to swim faster
The
than
baby
Tyler.
gonna learn
Apparently,
way faster
they
than me.
naturally.
I'm about to say the baby might learn
they
faster
naturally
than
know how
him
to
to
swim.
I
me.
know. Yeah,
They
that's
naturally know how to swim.
The baby
I'm
was
being
Ty,
a
we
little-
gotta get you right.
They gonna be like,
We
look at
gotta
this
get
nigga. Look at this
No,
nigga over
yeah,
here.
yeah.
They was like, Daddy,
I'm supposed to
okay.
respect. I'm supposed to respect this nigga doing the little doggy paddle.
Hey, yeah, that's true.
Hey,
I would
Hey,
never.
he got
This
floaties,
saves a life.
man.
It
He
don't
got
matter how you swim
floaties.
as long as you save the baby. That don't matter. It don't matter.
He said, "Hey, get him."
You
No,
grab the baby,
really.
throw it.
Save the kids. Fuck me.
No.
What a time.
That's real.
Divo, man. So did you move to Houston around the same time as Khadijah?
Pretty much, yeah, like a month or just like 3 weeks prior to Khadijah. It's honestly crazy because when I was initially thinking about moving to Houston, and this was like a journey that I was having all on my own, that when I finally brought it up to Khadijah and Jada, it was like, when Khadijah said that she was also moving to Houston, I was like, that's too wild of a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, how did that even, and to me, that made me feel a lot more comfortable and confident to come out here because I was like,
You
hey,
trust the kid.
I have family. Like I have family. Like, I'm not going to be out there all on my own. And it felt right. It definitely felt like the universe was
How
speaking.
has your transition
So it
been?
was right.
Getting adjusted. We hear Khadijah's all the time on her podcast and on here. I would love to hear.
No, it's not a transition. It's a struggle, right? A fight for life.
Yeah. Lots of learning lessons. Definitely lots and lots of learning lessons. People out here are different. Not like, not a negative
Me
way.
and Mario talk about this all day, so he's being very nice.
Yeah, people
He's
here are
being
just different.
very
The culture is different. I realized that that there is like a Southern culture that like growing up in the North, like you're not a part of, you're not privy to, unless you vacation down here and all that stuff. But like, I feel like when I came out here, I was like, this is a different aspect of Black culture. Of just being Black. And I can definitely say when I did come out here, I loved just how Black it was. And I loved Sunday fun day out here is real. Like
it's motherfuckers that don't got a job.
They're out here, they're out and they're finest swine. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
right.
it's just like they go out and they're just like, it's blackity black out here.
That's beautiful.
Urban.
It's very blackity black. Niggas can't drive out here. That is really my biggest.
Yeah.
What
they can't
do
do
they
issue.
do? That's like the worst.
What do they not do?
Right. Like they don't.
There's a brake and there's a gas. We're really on this one.
We favor the brakes out here. We
on the freeway. Let's name that.
Yeah.
We have like a 6, sometimes 7, sometimes 8 lane freeway.
I don't
Why
know
are we
where
going
people got
65?
this myth that like they're fast.
I've never heard of the South being fast at all. Like their rush hour is nothing. It's like that's from what I hear. I don't know.
It's slow. And the rush hour is not because
the rush hour is
it's just literally they're all looking at daisies.
Absolutely.
Butterflies.
I learned from just driving out there a week.
Like it's bonkers.
Just from 1 week of driving out there, you could tell that no one could drive out there.
And I want to name too, the freeway is not like 3 lanes.
No.
Like back
Boston.
home, I mean, you got a 4 lane. There's like 6 lanes.
There's enough room.
And so on the right is like obviously people coming on, right? The feeder. And motherfuckers love to just live there. And it's like, hey, there's 5 other lanes
that you can also drive on.
You know what I mean? But it's like, hey, if your insurance is good.
I see why my insurance premium went up when I switched it over to here because it was like, because I was like, I get it. This is why.
Hey, there's niggas out here with no bumper.
Yeah.
I can see the exhaust and shit. Yeah. Like there's no criteria for what is an okay vehicle on the road.
That's really bad.
No.
Like I saw niggas with no door. I've seen niggas with no front bumper, no back bumper. It's been bad.
Yeah, it's a little wild out here.
Like I shouldn't see the engine, motherfucker. Like whoa,
see the engine.
That shit is not.
Dang, y'all ain't seen
not
no
safe.
like old schools
It's not safe.
out there. Any fly old school Cadillacs or whatever.
I have in Third Ward, but not really.
In the there's this place called Chucky Leg Hut, which is really famous out here. Whenever people come to Houston, like you have
Overrated.
to go to Chucky Leg. But the every time you see in front of that restaurant, there's just all these old school cars, like polished out the 9. Like it's very, 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 very nice.
They have those things on the wheels that extend
the little
out.
spikes. I think are really
Spikes are
unnecessary
really
and
big.
dangerous because like if you get too close to my car,
I think that's
you got
the
a
rationale for it.
problem, you know?
No, I think that's the rationale. I would hope so because why would you want to? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not cars that you can like. Hey, I'm gonna go. Fuck, I gotta go to Walgreens real quick.
No.
You know what I mean?
How would you just?
No. Overall, my experience out here has been both positive and negative. In a sense, negative is in the sense of just like, you know, learning lessons and not allowing for things to like, you know, completely like throw me so off course that I don't know how to get back on. And in the beginning, you know, certain things that I thought I was going to be walking into turned out to not be so as great as I thought it was going to be. And like all the plans and stuff that I literally mapped out. Obviously, you're moving to another state. This is my first time being away from like, you know, my home and just familiar territory. So I mapped as much as I can, you know, map things out. And when I came out here and things weren't necessarily going according to plan or even anywhere near how I wanted them to, it definitely threw me off course. And I was in a rut for a really long time. And I almost even thought like, was this a mistake moving out here? And should I be considering going back home? But like, I believe in myself too much. And there's also other people who've invested and believed in me, not necessarily financially, but just invested in me just in terms of like words of wisdom and like what they see from me as well, that I feel like I wouldn't be only letting myself down, I'd be letting them down too. And also when I hear other people's stories, I'm just like, I haven't gone through enough and I haven't like, there isn't anything that's too hard that would make me want to give up on my dream and not like continue to just be like, all right, well, I got knocked down. Guess what? I'm getting back up again because that's what I have.
I'm going to be honest. I'm teetering my 13th month. Jesus. So I'm not, I don't have a lot of get back up in. Gonna be honest.
Once you moved,
he's hopeful.
They do say once you live somewhere for a year, like you're good. Like, yeah.
And it's been a year, and that year went by fast.
For a year,
very fast.
He's not in the classroom. It didn't go by fast.
It's like once you get it down, like you're stuck. You're there. You're not stuck, but like you ain't going back home unless like it gets real bad.
Right.
Yeah, I don't foresee myself leaving Houston. That's just my personal opinion. I like it here to settle, but I would go anywhere but Massachusetts.
Yeah, I don't have any plans on going back home to Boston. Unless it's to like visit and say
no, not even that. I did that last Thanksgiving. Farewell to
I'm not gonna lie. After living in Houston for a year and just how big it is, going back to Boston and like how small it is, I definitely felt like, where are all these niggas? Like, why is this weird? There's no space. Like, I need space.
Yes.
Then when I went back home, I just felt like, I mean, granted, like, I love going back home just to see, like, my friends and family.
Oh, that's a good
like
point. Yeah,
but, like, outside of that, I just felt like driving around, I was like, whoa.
It's, like, tight. Even on the road,
tight.
it's just, like, very... But it gives you perspective on why we're so fucking angry, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting in traffic. Literally, there's 2 lanes. I'm pissed.
Yeah, and
the weather's cold, right?
And the weather.
I got to wait for my car to heat up. Got to shovel my car out.
Not to say this Houston humidity is not any better.
The devil has
the heat wave last week.
Foot.
Yeah.
In Maryland,
shit.
Was it hot for you guys? Because it was hot.
5 degrees today. What do you mean last week? The shit ain't stopped.
You live in Maryland.
It's been hot for 2 weeks.
The humidity was crazy. It was like,
I think that's what it is. It's the humidity. It's the thickness.
Straight, but like when it's humid, it's fucking humid. So Houston was rough. Houston was a.
I can only imagine.
Hey, the devil's had his foot on our neck for
out there, huh?
And you would think I would have gotten used to it. Like I remember last year when I first came out here, like after like when I first came out here, I was like, it's hot. This is like I literally moved in on probably one of the hottest days. Like it was just wild. But then like after a month, I was like, oh my God, I'm getting used to it. Like get me outside and stuff. No, overrated. No.
Like,
bullshit.
And when we say hot, I need y'all to tune in. Like it's so hot that the back of your ear is sweating.
Yeah.
Like you know how fucking hot a motherfucker gotta be for the back of your ear to feel a little moist?
For your neck to just be moist? Like I ain't got any rose.
And not like a little like it's like a bitch. Like damn. Your upper lip is like shining.
Just angry to be outside. Like
all the time,
just going outside.
Man.
Do you want to start a remote podcast? Well, we have the perfect website for you, riverside.fm, where you can record remote podcasts and video interviews in studio quality from anywhere. Used by over 70,000+ creators and Fortune 500 firms. Riverside allows you to upload your video and audio while recording on your web browser itself. That means you don't have to download any apps onto your computer. Riverside also allows you to edit your video and audio on the platform and cut up clips from your recording for social media. So if you're thinking of starting a podcast, it's as easy as clicking the link in the description. Thank you. Now let's get back to the show.
Yes. It'll say 98 feels like 103. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. It's never just 89. No. It's 89 feels like 96.
Out there, people's football cleats be melting on the turf. Because it be too
football
hot,
feet?
hot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the cleats be melting because it be so hot on the turf.
I don't have that problem.
This is, have y'all experienced Texas football? I don't know if y'all care that much, but, you know, it is religion down there.
I don't want to articulate for you. I care more so for, like, NFL.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't really care for, but I do know it's like
have you seen the
field.
city? I heard like, you know, the
Down
city,
south.
like the towns be shutting down for like the games. Have you haven't witnessed that at all?
I'm in the burbs, so
I'm about to say I'm all the way out in West Chase. I'm not near the.
We're not really like
close to the arena for us.
I'm talking about like the high schools, That's what Tyler's talking about.
Yeah, but we're not.
But I would love to go. Like I know, like for example, like the.
But
HBCUs,
then it's also like what part of that
homecoming.
is pedophilia, right? Because it's like who are you here to cheer on?
It's the town.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like the town.
It's sick. I feel like it's
like the town. It's
I like your
it's
idea.
Like everybody goes to the game.
I have
it's not like
that's
they're going
different.
to watch
That's
the
different.
kids. They're going to watch football because football is it's the whole town. Everyone played.
Yeah, I haven't been invited
all the
to a football
dads
game.
played. They're watching, reliving their glory days. It's like everyone's like.
That's fair.
What's
like, the culture?
Well, these two childless fellows won't be going to a high school game, but in HBCU, I would absolutely go to an HBCU football game. Like, I would love to go see like the marching band. I want to go to a homecoming, and there's a few HBCUs out here that.
What Prairie is Prairie View? I know Prairie View's in Texas.
Oh,
Texas State.
Purview, I know has some. If you're looking for a loosey goosey, it's there. I know people.
I don't know if I can hang out.
TSU is like very urban, edgy. It's like cool. I know some people.
Yes, TSU is very much in like the south. Is in Third Ward. It's not too far from where I'm at, and it's giving
literally.
urban.
But it's a good time. I think they're
gotta go to a homecoming.
I'm thinking about going. Yeah. And then we have U of H, but that's more like of the Harvard, like the.
Okay.
But they got big.
But even then,
games,
it's like we're in Houston, so
like
it's not a lot.
They got huge football games. That's a D1 school.
I would love to go to a tailgate. I just want to do it just for fun. Like, I don't know what I mean. I mean, but then it's the heat. I don't know how they do it. Like,
it's the thing about it is like in Houston, you have to like know how to move. Like nobody, if you go out right now, the sun's out. Nobody's really out. People go out after the sun goes down.
I can definitely say if you kind of have to like know how to move and know where to go. Because if you were to, like, if somebody were to come visit me and be like, oh, where should we go? I'd be like, I don't know. But like, whenever I ask people, like everybody kind of has like a different, kind of idea of like what is to do out here in Houston. Like if you're looking for like kind of like that Black experience, you're going to go to like the bar or the lounge and where you're going to do hookah has a chokehold on Houston.
On me.
Like no other.
Call me Drizzy.
They love a good hookah out here. Okay. There's at this point, even restaurants have hookah. Like if you don't have hookah, it's like, what are you doing? You know? Clearly you don't want business. But yeah, if you want to like, I feel like people give me different ideas of like what's fun. Like if you want to go the bougie route, if you want to go the gay route, if you want to go the African route, if you want to go, you know, the lounge and hookah route, it's like
there's a lot more Black options. Where I feel like back home in Boston, like that's true. It's like we had one spot potentially, but it's here it's like there's literally a plethora of shit to do.
You never know who's.
It is a gamble in Boston. Whereas out here, you really can.
You can get like one of them techno DJs one day. You'd be like, what the fuck?
No, but out here you can like you're getting chopped and screwed at this spot. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a lot of good places. But I will say I'm a hookah fiend. I bought a hookah. I literally have a hookah. And I was like, this is not shit. You know what I mean?
The shisha and shit.
That's hilarious.
Get it on the shisha.
My Snapchat all about the hookah, right? I'm
honestly,
you know.
No, really.
Doing tricks and shit. This was not me a year ago.
Do you actually like let it regularly?
No, I haven't.
Oh wow!
But no pressure.
Divo told that you are a beautician. Is that the term?
Yes. I'm a licensed, because that's important.
We love that.
Licensed cosmetologist. And yeah, the goal. If anybody, you know, if any stars is listening, you know, you never know. Is I'm trying to be the hairdresser to the stars.
Okay.
Trying to win an Oscar.
Star.
Trying to get awards.
Wait, what exactly is cosmetology? Okay.
A hairstylist.
I don't know if that would included like makeup and just everything.
Tyler, come on.
Yes. Like cosmetology is like kind of like the overall like encompassing thing. Like it nails, makeup, hair, and all that. But for the most part, it's predominantly hair.
I can tell by your amazing beard and your hair is impeccable. I have some questions. What does a nigga got to do?
Okay.
Just for like, you know how you got a facial routine. Like, what is a hair routine? What does a nigga got to do to make sure the shit looks good? I just got curls. You know what I'm saying? How do I keep this shit up?
To be honest, less is more. And if you wash your hair at least once a week, deep condition, have your oils, you'll be good to go. You really don't need to do
crazy
everything under the sun. Especially for the guys, we could keep things a little bit more simple. Like we don't have to go crazy. Because with the ladies, it's a different story. But yeah, for the guys, literally, just keep yourself groomed. That's it. Keep yourself groomed and up to date. And don't overcomplicate. But actually wash it.
Now, okay, good question. How does a nigga wash his hair? I know that sounds crazy. No. This ain't for because all right. Now, growing up, I know you do the shampoo, right? But what is after the shampoo? Mm-hmm. Do a nigga what is the conditioner for?
So the whole purpose of washing hair, when it comes to shampoo, you are literally trying to strip your hair of all of the, dirt from the air, products that you've been putting on in your hair for the week, sweat, oils, all that stuff. And then your conditioner is going to pretty much replace all of the stuff that you just took out of your hair and give your hair that moisture that it needs and allow it to be a lot more manageable and to seal your cuticles. Because when you're washing your hair, you're opening up your cuticles. And again, you're trying to remove all that dirt and debris and all that stuff from the air, your pillows, just any and everything that's in your hair. And the conditioner is just going to go and re-moisturize your hair, seal your cuticle so that you're kind of good to go to do whatever it is that you have to do afterwards.
Ignorant questions. Okay.
No, it's okay. I'm here to educate.
When do I do deep condition versus the leave-in?
Are you writing this down?
Right here with it.
See, niggas is going big.
We're going to ask the questions. I'm going to give the gems.
Yeah. It got the podcast. It's recorded.
It's being recorded. It's being recorded. It's being
That's
recorded.
true.
Okay, you got that.
You got that.
All right,
you got that. You can definitely watch a playback.
Deep condition. What is deep condition?
Okay.
Versus like just some leave-in shit.
So deep condition is just an even more intense conditioner, and some of them just have special properties to like deal with specific things. Whether it's not, your hair is dry as hell and brittle, and you need that moisture or you need the hydration. It's just like I'm trying to think of a analogy. There's tape, and then there's duct tape. You know what I mean? You're not going to use regular tape for something you would need duct tape for.
Big facts.
You want to be a guest?
I'm learning here.
Wow. You could go to my classroom with the analogies.
I am.
But pretty much, yeah. Like it's just a stronger conditioner to really tackle anything that it is that you're, pretty looking for. Moisture, protein, hydration, softness, shine. Leave-in conditioners happen anytime. Whenever you're conditioning or deep conditioning, afterwards you put a leave-in conditioner just to keep your hair continuing on with that moisture.
Say that conditioner is basically like a lotion for your hair, since it's a moisturizer.
I guess
more of a moisturizer.
Yeah, I guess, like a moisturizer for your hair, because when you take a shower and you wash your body with soap, you're literally removing all of the moisture and oils off your body. And then you're going to put lotion on to re-moisturize your body. So I guess, in a sense.
Jalen's paying attention.
Whereas, like lotion, right, would be your conditioner.
Soap.
And then a mask would be like your cocoa butter. Like cocoa like that. Thick. So.
Okay, as black men, what products for our hair should we avoid? Like, if we're looking at the ingredients on some of this shit, what is some shit that's a white man's thing?
That's a good question.
These are really good questions.
Really good questions.
When he's not an asshole, he
I definitely may have to get back to you on that one, because the thing is, I don't really do a lot of men's hair. This is
you can say whatever you want.
No, you can cuss. I mean, I've been saying all kinds.
I always say, when it comes to a man, the only part of his head the only part of the man's head that I want to touch is. So I don't spend a lot of time on the top part of a guy's head. So I don't really have that info. But I will certainly get back to you.
Good timing. High five. That was so good.
I'm just saying.
The timing of that, the cake, that was beautiful.
Me and Khadijah got it at the same time.
I'm going to get back to you.
I'm glad I'm
going to get back to you.
I looked at I was like,
but I am going to say, a lot of like the products for men where it's like, a 2-in-1 type situation, bullshit. That
sounds not good. Like it's a body wash, a conditioner, and a
shampoo. I never understood how that worked.
And
it don't
like the 3-in-1.
That shit, anything that can clean your genitalia or your body shouldn't go.
I don't know. I just
wash my hair with my nut soap. That's disgusting,
bro. We was in college.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. No, but it's also like that's damaging to your hair. You're not gonna tell me that's like giving.
There's no such thing as a 3-in-1. Like. Buy 3 different products, please.
We was in the locker room with that 2-in-1, man.
Yeah,
2-in-1 got us through.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Axe had a chokehold on the boys in the locker room.
Oh God,
the spray too.
Oh my lord. God. And then when the chocolate spray came out, the niggas were
chocolate
over
spray
it.
smelled like booty and tears. It was gross.
You said it smelled like Indian tears.
Booty.
It was like
booty. Heavy on the booty.
Like canceled.
A hint of tears.
Oh man, what is it like to do a woman's hair?
Oh, that's a good question. What is it like to do a woman's hair? To me, honestly, I think it's something special. Especially when, like. I cater to all different races. Like I've worked in, predominantly white salons. I've worked in predominantly black salons. And so I've got to have definitely a wide array of ethnicities and different types of people in my chair. And I can definitely say there is that level of trust for somebody to sit in your hand and be like, I'm looking to you for your guidance, for your expertise to help create my image, to help me create like what it is that I'm going to see every day, how I want the world to see me every day. I think that's really, really special. The relationship I have with some of my clients goes beyond just you being my client. There's secrets that I know that their husbands don't even know.
Hey,
will never know.
It's something about when they're washing your hair and it's like,
and then there's that. When
I cheated on him like 5 times.
It just let it out.
This just feels like a good space to tell.
It weighed on him. It weighed on him.
I've actually murdered somebody 2 weeks ago. Oh, no, not that shampoo. Get the different one. I don't like the smell of that.
I like the one that tingles, you know? And then there's also that too, like being able to allow somebody to like relax and decompress. So, like most of the time, especially if I'm dealing with a client who has children and a husband and all that stuff, like this is their 1 to 2 to 3 hours where they can literally just like block off the world. Like when they're getting their hair washed and I'm giving them a scalp massage and all that stuff, like I can feel the stress like leave their body. I can feel the week's anxiety, the week's pressures, you know, life's pressures just like literally leave their body, and they're just a lot more relaxed and just like calm. And it's honestly, it's a great experience. Something that I wouldn't trade for anything else, really.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I have
fun.
the intentions, especially if I have a daughter, to at least learn a couple hairstyles. You know what I'm saying? I need
absolutely.
To know, I just want to know the trick to.
It just doesn't sound well.
What's the trick to the bun? I am absolutely terrible. Like, how can a nigga
to
do what I need to do?
The perimeter.
So you gotta not be afraid to hurt the girl.
No, it sounds like you're going to teach him trauma.
No,
we're not. No. We're stopping generational.
What I mean by that,
don't pop her with the brush.
Yeah.
No, what I mean by that is that, like, you know,
my bad. I would set you up.
Obviously, of a guy, you're gonna tackle the situation a little bit more, even more gently than you would, you know, with something else, because you're trying to overcompensate for trying like not to hurt her, but like. You need some pressure, especially if she's going to be in with our curls. We need a little tension, you know? But when it comes to the little girls, leave her alone.
Yeah, you know.
Go the Blue Ivy route, okay?
Hey.
Leave the poor girl's hair alone.
But her hair looks so healthy.
And now look at it now.
Just
flourishing.
Leave
it alone. Yeah. Don't do, please, relax a perm. It's not necessary.
All the different barrettes and bits, just like leave.
So just comb
leave her hair
a little bit.
So you're saying less is more as far as tension.
When it comes to the child, less is more.
Okay.
Less is less.
That's a good point.
Keep it moisturized. Keep it, you know, wash it regularly and all that stuff. But like,
I could
grease the girl's scalp.
But less is more.
Don't have her looking like
ponytail.
Hey, from Hayes.
I'm already prepared. I could do a nice tight ponytail.
But that's going to be a great relationship, I think, to develop for.
Pull that shit back.
The first person you want to
Jalen
find.
already rough. He's already rough.
I have to do it for my grandma. I had to do it for my grandma. She's like, why you being so soft? So you know, I snatch it up a little bit and brush.
Jalen's gonna be popping.
My wife, she had these like tight braids, so I was helping her take the braids out last night, and I was actually doing all right. But when I finally got them all, I would comb it a little bit, and she was just like, "That felt so good," and I was like, "Shit, a nigga need to learn this hair shit."
Help a nigga
get some coochie.
And that is the black love I'm talking about.
And no, seriously.
I need you to grease my scalp.
I love taking the comb and scratching the. Oh my goodness, bro.
The grease in the scalp.
That's love. Trust.
That is love.
I like greasing the
she
scalp.
will.
But taking the braids out, you gotta do that on your own. That's. I hate.
It is a lot of work.
Depend on the comb.
It is a lot of work, but you know, I don't want to be here all day.
No, we got the good comb. I just hate doing it. I do not like it. I'll do.
Put on a football game and just do it.
Honestly, put on a football game and then just like...
It's something so like tedious though. Like...
Put on a football game.
Well, you know what we try to say. Put some shit on you like...
and do the shit. It hurts.
See, he's a Jalen smart ass too. You see what I'm dealing with?
It hurts.
Wow.
I'm barely holding on.
I definitely have a lot of hope for Jada.
Taking braids out hurts. Your arms start hurting. You get tired.
Imagine a person having to do it all by themselves.
Right.
Nah, it'd be crazy.
That's why I be helping, but I hate doing it. I don't have to like it.
My wife is natural, and she will literally be in the bathroom standing up for daggone 2-3 hours And I'm like, yo, I don't know how she do it. I can't help her.
Well, it's because she has.
I mean, she ain't got no other choice.
You really don't have a choice.
I like taking out twists,
especially not
twists are very easy. I like
very
twists.
Easy. Very easy.
Just unravel that thing. You know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-whoop. You know?
It's real simple. That's fair. And how long have you been married now?
I've been married 2 years. Yes.
Ooh, 2 years. Congrats.
Man, he's going to be married for a long time. He's not complaining. He's taking her braids out.
Her birthday was last week. I want to say big shout out. I want to thank everybody who showed my wife like an amazing birthday. Like she literally had a birthday week, and it wasn't just me. Like every one of her friends took her out on a different day. We ended up going to the circus. My mama cooked her a meal. Then her family took her to dinner the next day. Like it was honestly beautiful to see the support that she has, you know what I'm saying? And it made me a little emotional. So
that's
dope. I just want to shout out to everybody who showed her some love, man. It's appreciated. You feel me? Yes.
Happy belated birthday, Bill.
And we just got some good news from her, but that ain't my good news to share, but we got good news. So not nothing serious. We ain't got no baby. No baby on the way.
I'm about to say, I was like,
that'd have been crazy.
Damn it. Come on.
I was about to say,
by the way,
I was about to say, Tyler, maybe he phrased that differently. I was like, oh shit. It sounded like they got a baby.
I'd have been excited, but then I would have been like, hey, we got to get you like,
you got to learn to swim.
Oh, you know what? This fall, winter, I'm going to go for it this fall, winter.
Okay. As I told you, YMCA is a good reason.
Yeah. I'd say aim for the spring. Summertime.
I'll aim.
Learn to swim.
You know, I'll try.
Because it's hot out. You got more options. You can practice more.
No, we're just going to get him in the pool. And whatever it happens, I mean, we're not going to give him a timeline. Just, you know.
We just want him to get his Michael Phelps on.
Yeah. I'd be on that.
Man. Yo, I think that's a wrap. This was a good ass episode. Was there
I hope so. I hope I was a good contribution.
You really were. You great.
Oh, yay.
You made them too, Tyler.
I know you said it in the beginning, but Divo, where can they follow you? Where can they, keep up with you at?
Yes, you can find me on my socials. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. No, you can find me on Instagram at Divo Divo .Davinci. Divo Davinci. Why? Because I'm an artist. Ooh. And we mastered this shit. I'm kidding now. I'm kidding. I'm really humble, guys. I swear. I really swear. But I mean, Beyonce, if you're listening though, I mastered this shit. So, call me out. Virgo Groove. But this was fun. Thank you guys for having me on No Clearance. This was really exciting. I've been waiting for my debut.
Thank you.
But Queen Bee brings us all together, so it's fine.
Officially our first guest since Khadijah's officially been a member of the podcast. So you a legend. You a legend already.
We starting something.
First guest in months.
First guest. We just been talking on here. We just be in this
Damn.
talking.
Okay, we don't got to say it like it's a dry spell.
It's an honor.
Nobody's wanted to come on the show.
No, it's an honor.
It's an honor.
Staying back from guests.
Like bottom of the barrel last
staying away
here.
from getting guests for a little bit, so
For those who've been listening, please make sure after this, man, go listen to Dare to Talk. Listen to the farewell tour episode. You know what I'm saying? Khadijah.
It's not what you think. Tune in.
Is this really the last year of teaching?
For sure.
I respect it.
For sure. It's time to transition out.
You know what? I feel you.
She's been doing this for
totally
some time,
feel
which
you.
is crazy.
It's year 5. I mean, there's some people who I think, and I could talk to other people that I feel like I can contribute in other areas in education. And this is not to say I'm not a strong, I'm a very powerful teacher. And I think I have people that tell me they want me to teach their kids, stay in the classroom until I have kids. And it's cool, but I don't see myself as a career teacher. And it's no shade. I know people that have been in the classroom for 10 plus years. But I don't see that for myself. I see myself potentially AP principal, but until then, I want to get really good at instruction and coaching, right? I want to be able to coach people because I think people get into leadership roles. And this is no shade to nobody. I think I've experienced cool leaders, but I want to make sure for myself, if I'm going to lead a school, I need to know how to coach you too.
I can see you as a coach. Hey, look, just know you fuck it up.
I can
see
like
Jesus. No period.
What did you think? You thought that was good?
Yes, you thought that was a good lesson today.
You thought that was a
I
good
hate
lesson.
it.
Oh. All right. Well, fun fact. It's not.
I'm sure we went wrong.
I hate it. He'd be so mean.
No, it's called tough love, babe. We don't have.
Can't be a
I want you to be
have
better.
some type of
I want
tough
you to be
love.
better.
Like, you gotta be able to,
You have to. Like, that was so good, but we're not going to do it again.
We're not going to do it again. Yeah.
We're going to scrap
These
it.
are all the mistakes that I found.
Right.
Way, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you leave us a 5-star rating. Leave us a review on all the podcast platforms. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. It's the No Clearance Podcast. Stay blessed. Stay black. Peace.